Hey, what is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and DJ freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. So I wanted to come to you guys during a time of the CT thread timeline and the state of the trenches, and on crypto YouTube, X, everything. People have been capitulating like crazy. We're in the most weirdest timeline right now when it comes to crypto, finance, the transition between TradFi and going into Web3, all of the main characters being up for investigation, just, rug pull after rug pull or false promises, and people calling for an altcoin season, but altcoins are just getting smashed. Bitcoin dominance keeps going up. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things that are happening to make us feel like pretty much like this. I mean, this is just the state of the trenches right now. We kind of feel like Link here, just getting hit over and over again with a bunch of chickens and hitting a game over. But I want to tell you guys, and also, we're kind of just feeling like it's just this infinite monkey game of pressing the click button to try and get a win. But and also, guys, the fear right now. We were here in close to the greed index, and we were in the greed for a while, and then we went neutral. Now we're starting to slide into that fear because all of these things that are happening on the timeline here in terms of people's emotions and the capitulation, it's all also caveated and paralleled with the oddly bullish sentiment for Bitcoin in the Trump administration that we're in right now. So there's a weird sentiment happening. We have all of this bullishness. The Trump launched a meme coin. Okay? This is crazy. First time ever, president has launched his own coin. And then we have the World Liberty Financial, which is the Trump family ran and backed DeFi project, where they're basically having their own crypto fund where they're buying ETH, they're buying Athena, they're buying Tron, they're buying wrapped Bitcoin. So they're heavily bullish in crypto. Then we have the Congress and the Senate and also representatives of the states in the United States now trying to pass legislation and bills to be able to set up a Bitcoin strategic reserve or stockpile, whatever you want to call it. But this is all massively bullish, but the timeline is bearish and in fear. So how can we combat this and use this to our advantage when a lot of people are starting to give up? We're going to go more all in, because this is the time when there's blood in the streets, when there's fear, uncertainty, and doubt. I think that's the best time to strengthen your thesis, see what's going on, and see where you can actually follow the money and make the best gains out of this market going into the bull run, which I think we're still in. Now, we're going to show you the Bitcoin chart here that is going to give us a little bit more of a historical track of what has happened on the halving years after the recovery year, which is the halving. So we have the halving in 2016, then the bull run full-blown parabola in 2017. And then same thing, we had the halving in 2020, and then the parabola going even after the COVID crash, going up and still hitting a parabola in March, going up and hitting all-time highs in March, and then again in November. And then we have the halving in 2024. That is the recovery year, and the recovery year actually being the 2023 right here, that it recovered. Then we have the halving happening in April of last year. And historically, we've had the biggest runs after the halving 500 days. So we did, a measurement from here, from the halving, 500 days, and it brings us to September of this year. So if we're going to go by that data, we're not even past this, we're basically in the second phase of the banana zone bull run that Raoul Paul talks about a lot. about the banana zone has these different phases and these different cycles where we have some run-ups, a cool down consolidation, and then another mega run-up to the upside, which can lead us to that, halfway point of the $156,000 Bitcoin. Now, with looking at this with the dominance, we have to see that dominance actually is going up with Bitcoin. And then once we have dominance going down, that's when we're going to actually see the altcoin season. There's no altcoin season unless Bitcoin dominance goes down. That's what we've seen historically. So if you're waiting for your altcoins to pump, it's only on Bitcoin dominance going down, and that is where you're going to see most of the altcoin gains, and Ethereum gaining back into all-time highs, which in March, we've showed you a chart that is going to basically confirm this when we get the ETH breakout. Now, you're asking yourself, okay, what can you do to not get so distracted and just lock in? Well, I'm using a strategy that, look, I've done research on Bitcoin. I trust Bitcoin. I know Bitcoin over time. If you DCA into Bitcoin, you are going to do well. And then I have studied a lot of these memes that have been either a flash in the pan, have either been through a lot of the timeline check boxes of what a meme goes through, even a coin itself goes through. And if it's able to sustain and stand the test of time, then that's a meme that I want to follow, which is something like Dogecoin. And then one of those that I have found being not a meme coin, but also a fundamental actual project and DePIN project that is an ERC20 token like XYO. We've made videos on the XYO, and also on the meme side, ticker Bitcoin. This thing has stood the test of time. It's built stuff. It's doing things that other memes just are not accomplishing, and it just has the allure to it. So for me, that's my choice. Your choice can be different, but there are things that now, and then we're going to go into why we think Pulse Chain is where money is going to be flowing because of ETH, for the nature of ETH breaking all-time highs. What's going to be the layer 2 that could get the most attention? And it could be the Richard Hart ecosystem. So we are going to take this route of saying, look, we were in Pulse Chain months and months and months ago before anyone was even hinting that they were going to start bridging and going into this ecosystem. And we're testing out the yield. You can see here we've tested out the yield. We have farms going and pools going where we're earning incentive token, which is the token that you earn in the ecosystem of Pulse Chain, building the incentive to, and also with a lot of burning mechanisms that are in this particular ecosystem. And then you have the full nature of Bitcoin. Like I said, with DCAing into Bitcoin, over time, you are going to outperform your altcoins. If you're not taking profits in the right time with your altcoins, then the nature of you just going into Bitcoin and using that as your treasury, you are in profit. You will historically, from doing this, be in profit. There's this guy has been reposted, and people are posting on, they posted about it last year, but it came up again in my feed where someone DCA'd $30 into Bitcoin every day for 7 years at a total of $86,000. And that, from them doing that, $30, it turned into $1 million. That means over time, from buying on a steady basis of DCA and dollar cost averaging, where you don't care what the price is, you set your metric. It could be $30 a day like this guy did. It could be $100 a week. It could be whatever, however much, but you set the frequency and you set it and forget it. And then before you know it, you've outpaced everyone trying to trade the market. You've outpaced everyone trying to chase a launch or try and get into these coins that have either VC unlocks or, there's all these different things and metrics. They can print more tokens. They can put more tokens into circulation. And, there's all these things that just are going so much against you that almost 90% of the time you're going to get smashed. But there's this thing called Bitcoin that is giving you this monumental opportunity to preserve your wealth. And so what I'm doing now is I am going to finally cut the BS. Stop playing the infinite game of monkey mind and actually focus and believe in something. And so this is what I'm doing to make my strategy foolproof for this year, make the changes in my things that did not work from last year or the previous cycles that I was in, and study and do the work. And I know that if you guys do the same, you will be just as successful, and you will see such a big difference in your mindset and your strategy going into this cryptocurrency market, or whatever you're going into. Because the moment that you start to say enough is enough, I'm not going to get distracted, I'm not going to get fooled by the noise in this market, and I'm going to do the work. And this is where we are going to outperform everyone, and you'll outperform your old self from the previous market, and you will just be better off. So this is my advice to you guys. It's my advice to me. I'm talking to myself. Like this video, I'm talking to myself here, and it's more basically a conversation to really lock in and figure out what you believe in. What do you believe in? Okay? Like, what is something that you have been you've studied? You know, Michael Saylor has the conviction he has because he took the time to put the hours in to study it, test it, stress test it, and it works. That's why he just changed in his whole entire company basis on the Bitcoin strategy, and now has just named it strategy. So are we going to start implementing a strategy in our own lives? Are we just going to let the markets chop us up and let the noise distract us here? Let the false, narratives and FUD and all that stuff get us over here? Or are we going to say, look, no, we have done the research, we've done the work, and now it's time to actually put our money and our time where our mouth is, and let's get it done. All right, guys, I hope this video helped, and I hope it's a good, fresh reminder that you need to kind of ignore the timeline at this point. And all these people trying to make you think that the cycle is over, or that it's all manipulation, it's all going to zero. No, there's something at play here, and we just need to really, really lock in and start to have a strategy. So with that being said, guys, make sure you're hitting the like button, hit the subscribe button, ding the bell to be notified when I release new cryptocurrency content, whether it be on YouTube, X, or whatever platform that I am going to be releasing content on, which is all of those. And make sure you follow me at Dano Crypto 904. And if you want to see all of the stuff that I am involved with, you can just click on the link tree here. And this is the best way that you can actually book a one-on-one session with me. And if you have any, hey, you want me to be involved with something, a cool project, anything business related you want me to know about and you want me to be involved in, hey, just book a meeting. Or if you're brand new in crypto and you want to do a one-on-one tutoring session, I can help you from the start. Set up wallets, make sure you're not going to click on the wrong links, get you in the right direction, so then you don't feel like you are alone in the crypto journey. It's very valuable to have someone who's made the mistakes, has been in the cycles for a time or two, and I can lead you in the right direction. So make sure you guys are checking out all of the exclusive links that I have on the link tree. And with that being said, I'll see you guys on the next videos and on the live streams that happen Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time, usually starting at around 10 a.m. or sometimes 9:30 at the market open. And we'll see you guys there. Peace.